Hello everyone, welcome to Get My Class. So let's solve this question which says, arrange the following events. First one, Bt toxin as protoxin in bacteria. It creates pores. Or then third one says lysis of cells, cell swelling, death of insects, then toxin activation at alkaline environment reacts to epithelial cells. Now, let us understand the question. It says, arrange the following events. So, what are these talking about? These various points, what they have mentioned, it is actually talking about how the Bt toxin has been produced and how it acts on the epithelial cells of the insect. Okay. So, let us first understand the working of Bt toxin. So, we know that Bt toxin is actually derived from a bacteria which is called as Bacillus thuringiensis. Okay. Now, this toxin, when the organism consumes the Bt crop will be having the gene for this particular protein. Okay, when the organism feeds that crop, or even when this bacillus is infested or it infects that particular organism, okay, what will happen? Especially we are talking about the insects belonging to the group Lepidopterans. So these Bt toxins can work against lepidopterans, coleopterans, and one more important group, that is dipterans. Okay. Now, when these organisms get infected by bacillus, or when or inside the stomach, when the bacillus goes and release this toxin, what happens? The Bt toxin, which is produced in bacteria, is in the form of protoxin. Protoxin means inactive form. Okay, it will be in the inactive form, and that is why the bacteria is not getting killed on its own. It is producing toxin, but it is not getting killed. Why? Because it is produced in inactive form, that is protoxin. Okay, when this protoxin enters into the gut of what? Gut of the insect. In the gut, it is found that the pH is alkaline pH. That means the pH of the gut is more than 7. That is alkaline. Okay, at this pH, what happens? The protoxin, okay, which is in crystal form, it gets solubilized. Okay, at this pH, this protoxin gets solubilized, and then it forms a protein which will go and bind to the epithelial cells of the gut. Okay, suppose this is epithelial cell. Okay. So the protein will go and bind to the epithelial cells of the gut of insects. Okay, what cells are these? These are epithelial cells. Okay, now what is happening? These proteins have the ability to polymerize and to form, like a straw-like structure, which will pierce into the cell and it will make holes. This you will actually study in higher classes, but then just remember that it forms pores within the membrane of the gut cells or epithelial cells. So because it forms holes or pores, what happens? There is entry of the external liquid inside the cell, and the cell, what will happen to the cell? It will swell up. Okay, it will swell up. And finally, what happens? Lysis happens. Lysis in the sense bursting. Okay, cell lysis will occur, and that's how the epithelial cells or the gut cells will die, and the entire organism will die. That is, the insect will die. Now let us see. The first one, it says Bt toxin as protoxin in bacteria. Yes, that is absolutely right. The first one is what? The first one is the number one. The second one, it says it reacts, it creates pores. No, initially it doesn't create because it is in the inactive form. Okay. Then what should come? It says lysis of cell, no. Cell swelling, no. Death of the insects, no. That is at the last. Then toxin activation at alkaline environment. So next will be 6, because the protoxin have to get activated. Okay, and then after activation, what should happen? After activation, it reacts with the epithelial cells. So after activation, it reacts with the epithelial cells. So it goes and binds, right? And after binding, what will happen? It will create pore. So then you will be having the second point. After creating pore, what will happen? There will be swelling of the cell, because all the content will enter inside, liquid will enter inside, swelling will occur. That is fourth point. Then after cell swelling, the cell lysis will occur. Okay, that is third point. And after cell lysis, of course, the death of the insect. That is the fifth point. So where do we have 1, 6, 7, 2, 4, 3, 5? So where do we have? The first one says 1, 2. So 2, it is wrong. So here itself we can cancel. The second option says 1, 6, 7, correct. 3 it says. So it should not be 3. It should be 2 here. Hence it is wrong. Then option C says 1, 6, 7, 2, 4, 3, 5. Yes, that is absolutely fine according to our answer. So option D says 1, 7. So 7, no, it is incorrect. So which is the correct answer? That is option C. So let's conclude. The answer is option C. I hope you understood the explanation. Thank you.